it was not possible for me to speak English fluently even after learning the grammar properly. Just you click over it, you will get the sound aggressive. Okay, today I am going to talk about a very important topic. The topic is, once you master the grammar of this particular language, English, will you be able to speak in this language fluently? This is the question. This is the topic today's. You also might be thinking that is it possible that once someone make a very good the basics, the fundamental, and at the same time achieve the advanced level of grammar, like grammar teacher type of knowledge he has or I have, I'll be able to speak in this language fluently? The answer is what? Try to understand this thing. That I remember that when I was in college, so that time I started learning this language. Learning means like the grammatical things like narration change, voice change, clause transformation, so vocabulary words, sentence correction, error correction, these all things I started learning that time. And after passing the college, I also started focusing on advanced grammar, like these all things only, but in advanced level I started learning. I started watching lots of videos like Mahindra Guru and many other videos I started watching to gain the advanced knowledge. And that time I used to think that once I mastered the language, that means in the sense the grammar, once I mastered the grammar of the language, then I'll be able to speak in this language fluently, because I know each and every corner of the language, so I'll not face that much problem. I think I'll be able to speak. So that was my understanding, that was my concept about learning the grammar, about learning the language. Now what happened after passing college? So I started investing lots of time in that, and after investing a significant amount of time after passing college, I tried to speak in English. So that time I saw that I'm able to speak, but very slow I'm speaking. Number one, very slow I was speaking. Number two, I was doing translation in my mind. I was not able to stop the translation. I used to think in my mother tongue, then I used to translate that in English, then I used to say it. Number three, it was taking time to speak. Like if I wished to speak fast, I was not able to speak that time. And the fourth thing, that was I was making lots of pronunciation mistake, lots of. It was like Bengalese, like I'm from Bengali background, so it was like the mother tongue influence, it was too much. So that time it was, maybe now right now also I have a little bit, but that time it was too much. So these are the problems I faced a lot even after having a good knowledge about the grammar of this particular language, English. Now understand that I will definitely say that no, it is not possible, at least it was not possible for me to speak English fluently even after learning the grammar properly. So if you ask me that, Rajib, should I learn the grammar first or should I focus on the speaking first? Understand, very carefully understand, that if you have a weak foundation, like you don't have the basic knowledge about the grammar. What do I mean by basic knowledge? Basic knowledge means like sentence structure, how to form common sentences, like interrogative sentence, like imperative sentence, optative sentence, exclamatory sentence. If you don't have the basic general knowledge about these all things, then definitely you have to put a little bit of time and effort and in practice in learning the basics. That doesn't mean that you have to be the master of the language, the grammar. It's not like that. The basics, how to form sentences, what are the past parts of speech, noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, these all things, and a little bit of practice of pronunciation, because pronunciation you need to practice. You can listen, that is a different matter, but pronunciation you need to practice. I also practice, till now also I practice pronunciation, because it's about the tongue, it's about the sound. So sound, how you are producing, that's need practice. So that is why if you have a weak foundation, the basic is weak, then definitely you have to work on your weak point first. That is the basics, the fundamental, the foundation you have to work on. At the same time, you can also focus on listening, much more listening, reading and speaking. listening, reading and speaking. And the fourth thing, that is pronunciation. Already told you, that is pronunciation. You can get the pronunciation guide how to pronounce by following Indian accent, that is you can get from the Google. Just go to Google from your mobile phone and then write in the search bar pronunciation of that particular word that you want to check. And then I have written here, for example, pronunciation of aggressive. So here you see that three English accent. You will get three types of Indian English pronunciation, British pronunciation and American pronunciation. So normally I prefer always Indian English pronunciation, so that way just you click over it, you will get the sound aggressive. Okay, so this way each and every pronunciation, each and every word's pronunciation you can check on your own and easily you can practice that way. Just you can also make slow or fast, okay, and that way. So these things very important. So take care of your foundation first. At the same time, start working on your speaking. Listening is very important, because I know that that person is very famous for language, that is Stephen Krashen, the American linguistic professor Stephen Krashen. He said that if you want to learn any language, first of all you need to increase the exposure. Exposure means reading, writing and speaking, and in listening the comprehensible input. That means how much possible, the more and more understandable input, the comprehensible input, the better and faster you will move towards fluency. The better and faster you will understand the language. At the same time, subconsciously you will increase the power of speaking in that particular language. That is why comprehensible input is very powerful. I have been also practicing that particular way, that is comprehensible input. That way I have been practicing. I am listening most of the time. I am listening my podcast, audiobooks, like my favorite YouTubers, the language speakers. So I'm listening to them, and that way I just try to expose myself as much as possible, so that I can get the enough understandable input, comprehensible input, so that I can also increase my power of speaking, and that way you will become fluent in English speaking. So to be very precise answer to your question, the answer is no. Only grammar learning, only grammar knowledge cannot make you fluent. You have to practice. Speaking is a skill. You have to practice that. You have to put in lots of listening. You have to put in lots of effort. You have to put in lots of practice in speaking. Then you can master speaking, and that way you can improve your fluency in this particular language. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll come back with more such helpful videos to speak this language, to master this language, so that we can speak this language fluently. Till then, take care. Bye.